Hey, this is Sam Black with Jeskai Ascendancy in Modern. Well, this is an interesting hand. I think I should actually mulligan this. While I would like to start with 3 cards in my graveyard for eventual cruises, it's actually bad to get all the probes out of my deck because they're important when I'm going off. And then obviously the rest of the hand isn't doing anything in particular, and starting at 14 is pretty bad. This looks much better. Played this land first in case something about what my opponent does makes me want to fetch a mountain and cast Lightning Bolt, but I'm unlikely to do that. Probably just getting a fetch land. And I guess I might as well get red-blue, even though I have a white fetch, which was the argument against playing land that I played, but ultimately I really don't think it's going to matter. I will play this so that I can Is It Charm if I want, rather than playing this and needing to decide if I want it tapped or untapped, even though I could play this tapped and then play Flooded Strand and fetch an untapped island and play Jeskai Ascendancy without losing life. I don't think that's going to be that important here. So I assume I'm playing against Pod. Could be junk, but I'm gonna treat it as if it's Pod. This obviously doesn't matter. I'm just deciding if I want to Is It Charm, and I think that I'm gonna just play Ascendancy and hope he can't kill it, and then try to use Is It Charm to go off the next turn. That's pretty good. So we'll play Ascendancy, and I'd kind of like to probe just to get value out of the Ascendancy, but I think it's not worth it because I'm not super eager to discard any of these cards, and I think it's better to just draw more cards first. I think I'm more likely to win if I untap with this if the probe is in my hand than if I cycle the probe now. Had the Reclamation Sage. I thought it would be good to not give time to search for it, but my opponent just naturally drew it, so unlucky. Maybe I should have probed first since I could, but here my options are basically to path this or to Is It Charm, or I could do both. I think I'm gonna fetch an island and Is It Charm first to decide. I could probe before I Is It Charm to have another card that I might want to discard. I think I should actually probably do that. And I get more information about what I need to keep. So my opponent actually has Abrupt Decay also, so I'm not going to be able to win quickly. I'm going to need to try to win a long game, which means I need to start preserving my life total and try to live to the point where I can get Cruise. Also, my opponent's hand isn't really set up well to capitalize on extra mana, and there's a Cruise. Okay, so this will actually work pretty well. So I'm going to path this. I think I just pull the Reclamation Sage and draw 3 cards here. Witness gets back Reclamation Sage, which isn't a card I really care about my opponent having at this point. Now I think I'm actually in a spot where I want to just cast Fate Stitcher. So I'll do that. Fate Stitcher allows me to just tap attackers, or if my opponent finds a pod, after using the pod once, I can tap it down in the upkeep every turn until Fate Stitcher gets killed. So Fate Stitcher in play is actually pretty good here, and it can't be killed by Abrupt Decay or Reclamation Sage, obviously. My opponent made a mistake by not attacking with Witness there. It's actually really good for him to trade here, so he just missed 2 free damage. Get a blue. And I might as well Thought Scour myself now. Well, on the way to setting up this dig. And the next dig. Awesome. Okay, now I can just pass. Township is annoying. Let's tap the Witness because Spike Feeder can move counters onto it. I guess I just tap out to cast dig so that it's easier to cast the next dig. I will take... I think I don't want to try to go off with Ascendance yet. I think I just want more grinding. So I'm just going to take Dig Through Time and Path. And I'll just pass. Let's kill Spike Feeder before that happens. And let's do it with is it Charm due to it being clunkier, and I don't think I need to use the other modes. Alright, I might as well bolt this thing, it's getting pretty big. Can I usefully deny my opponent mana in the upkeep? Only by tapping Stomping Ground, and I think that's just for sideboard cards, so I won't bother. That's annoying. I guess I want it to be able to eat fewer things, so I might as well remand it. And if my opponent replays it, I can path it after it eats 2 of my cards, which isn't too many. Guess I wish I'd tapped a random green source. Might as well do that now. Interesting, my opponent is choosing to wait until it's possible to eat more things at once, I guess. I'll just play this guy. And I think it's, I guess it's not time to start attacking, it's time to go mana denial for a turn to minimize that ooze. Okay, now I'll start attacking because I can exile my graveyard in response to who's trying to eat something. Is this better, or is it better to dig first and then path in response to the dig? That leaves me with 2 cards in my graveyard. Whereas if I path first, either, yeah, it's the same, I think. I guess my opponent can only eat 4 either way. Oh, or it might just do nothing. Let's save my graveyard for the other dig. More beats and more removal. I would like to know what you have. I would not like to pay the life for that knowledge. Sage. Corrupt Decay Sage, Pontiff. Alright. Beats. Reclamation Sage is fine. Alright, let's kill the Reclamation Sage and keep bashing. Sure. No reason not to path this thing. And again, I'll preserve some of my graveyard. Dig and Fairy Conclave for more beats. Yep. I'm just not gonna waste time doing things. Alright, so that was non-combo Jeskai Ascendancy. And let's try to do that again. I want these things to kill cards like Pod and Eidolon of Rhetoric. I want Snapcaster for my control game. Maybe Deprive. I think my opponent is, based on seeing the red, likely to bring in Slaughter Games. So I think I basically just want to become a control deck. I'd like the ability to combo off, so leave a couple of ascendancies to dig into, but that will not be my main plan. Timely seems like a fine card to have access to. It's like one of my better threats at this point. And Remand isn't very good. I think I want Fate Stitchers just for the ability to cast them. They seemed like an acceptable win condition that game. Flame Jab, I guess killing all the mana guys is pretty good. Probably gonna end up with cutting some number of these things. I guess Probe is the worst of them. No, Probe is really good if I'm trying to actually Ascendancy. Maybe I just cut Izzet Charm. Yeah, I think Izzet Charm is just worse than my other removal. And this might be more of these than I need. Let's go with just 2 of them. And let's cut a Serum Visions or a Fate Stitcher. I'll cut a Fate Stitcher. This hand obviously is not going to work. This is fine. Little tempted to Probe to try to find a removal spell for the bird. Might as well. That's a good hand. I'm just going to Fairy Conclave pass, and then hope my opponent slams Pod. And I can wear and tear it. My opponent probably should Thoughtseize Voice, which would be very bad for me. And my opponent is good enough to do that. So now things are worse. I guess I should fetch something and then Serum Visions so the Scry works. I need blue mana so that I can cast Thought Scour if I don't find something, and then it's just about whether I'm not getting Island, so I need to get a duel. And ugh, this is not a good spot because of the Pod. I'm gonna have to hope my opponent doesn't draw a land to Pod activate, which means I don't want a path, so I'll get blue-red. I don't need either of these, and I don't especially want either of them in my graveyard. first. So let's kill the bird. I have to figure out if I want to dig this turn, or if I want to play Fairy Conclave so I can play Fate Stitcher next turn. I think I want to do that. I'll just cycle this. Probably should have done that first, obviously. Another Noble and a Siege Rhino. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this game. My opponent's hand was very good. Plains, Fate Stitcher. Actually, I think my best chance in this match by a lot is to concede here. I'm pretty far behind on time, and winning this game is basically inconceivable. On the play, Remand is quite a bit better. But I guess Lightning Helix is also better because it lets me kill mana guys before they can be used. Remanding Pod is really good, and I can Remand Voice rather than Voice coming down first. I think I want Remand. I think I can cut Deprive, and maybe Timely. It's not great. Yeah, I'll cut Timely. I'll keep this. I'm going to lead with Fairy Conclave so that I can Remand next turn. I think I can just fetch Mountain and bolt that. Though it might be better to just have Remand up. Yeah, I'll just pass with Remand and then bolt it end of turn if I have to. I shouldn't have fetched yet, but that's fine. The reason I'm not bolting is because I don't want my opponent to play a Voice when I'm tapped out before I've used the Remand. Serum Visions. These are both fine on top. Thought scarring the land out of my deck is the plan. Play this, kill a mana guy. pull the Pride Mage and scour myself, which I guess I could have done first, and play this tapped. Let's see. I certainly want to be killing things. Any cards in my graveyard I particularly care about? Not really. I'm trying to decide if I want to dig first or cruise first. I think it's dig, because I think I want to find path specifically. Here's a path, and I guess I'll grab a Fate Stitcher. Maybe I should be getting Thought Scour. Yeah, I'll take Thought Scour. Not ready for Fate Stitchers. So let's path the one that does more damage, I guess. Maybe I want to path the one that stops me from doing stuff at instant speed. No, I can Helix it next turn, potentially, if it has to go that way. I guess I'm just going to Snapcaster Path it. So the one that does more damage is the one that makes sense. Scour myself, and pass. It's a good thing I have these Fairy Conclaves. Oh. Now I just need to find white. So I guess I cruise leaving path in my graveyard. And then this can find white-red. And I think that's worth paying life to do now. So that I can untap the rest of the lands. I could just Helix this thing, deal with it later. Yeah, I don't really need that much mana. Awkwardly, now that elemental is out of range of Helix. So I have to path it, which isn't really how I want to be spending this turn with the birds coming. Oh well. This is a little sloppy, but what do you have left? Abrupt decay. Okay, sure. Have to helix one of these things. Attack. Maybe I should have attacked with a conclave too. Let's remand. Alright, now my opponent doesn't have Abrupt Decay up, so let's see if I can go off. I cannot. That was easy. I guess maybe with this Scalding Tarn, but it seems a little too likely that I'd die if I fail. So let's play the Fade Stitcher. And a Conclave. And pass. Now the problem is that I don't really have fuel for this Ascendancy, even if I try to do that. Without double white, I can't use Ascendancy and a Tear to get going. Alright. I think I'm probably dead. Yeah, that's dead. So I got 5. I can cast. I can blow that up, but I don't really know what I do with the mana. If I don't do it, then I don't really know how I beat both of these. I think I'm gonna just untap and see what happens. I think I'm dead. Let's see. If I have another white in my deck that I can find, which I probably do, I can unearth Fate Stitcher, cast Ascendancy, untap Sacred Foundry, blow up Choke to trigger Ascendancy and try to go from there. Sure, I'll lose, but let's do it. Oh, and I just don't have another white. Okay, maybe I should have checked that first. So whatever, I'll get an island. I guess we can still kind of do this. Oh, but he still has Abrupt Decay. This is beyond hopeless. I kill those two, and then maybe I can jump block. I have to imagine those townships make this attack lethal, especially if they're up to clear my one blocker. So I only have one blocker left, and the other things easily kill me. Yeah, I'm dead.